From Fox 5 News, this is Good Day Atlanta at 8 a.m.
A hole in the interstate creates a big backup on the I-75 near Jonesboro. We're going to tell you what you need to know, that some of those lanes are back open.
And we're hearing new emergency dispatch audio from the moment a man threatened to shoot up the world's busiest airport. What law enforcement had to say about the situation and the new charges the suspect faces.
Good morning, everyone. Good Wednesday morning. Welcome to Good Day Atlanta at 8. I'm Buck Lanford.
And I'm Alex Willer. Congratulations, everyone. We've made it to halfway through the week. That said, we want to get a check of the weather to see if we're going to be spoiled anymore with Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Joanne Feldman. I saw some images this morning of all the fog out there. What is that about?
Yeah, some are dealing with a lot of fog. Others have no clue that there's any fog anywhere around.
That's how it goes.
Right? So take your pick. But to answer your question, the gorgeous part of this forecast, that's going to continue for a while longer. The fog in the wake of rain yesterday, you saw that pass through, brought a lot of areas some rain, but not a lot of it. It was not even making a dent in our rainfall deficit. But here's what's left behind. Where we have fog, even though it's not widespread, it is really thick. Visibility still down to about 0 in Dalton. That's spread out over a good bit of the North Georgia mountains near Troup and Meriwether counties and back into Alabama. A little foggier, but by and large, right around Metro Atlanta, we're doing okay. We're just going to keep an eye on these areas through 10 a.m. for maybe some more fog to develop or the visibility to kind of fluctuate for the next couple of hours. Beyond that, we're waking up to this cool start of 40s and 50s again, and a sun-filled sky and a nice breeze will take us to highs in the low 70s. And while yesterday's rain was a disappointment, we do have some better chances in our extended forecast. We'll take a look at that in a few minutes. Natalie?
Joanne, thank you. We do have a crash investigation going on right now on Scott Boulevard, eastbound at Orion Drive. You can see all of those lanes are blocked and traffic is moving over to the right side, getting diverted off to that side street there. We're going to stay on top of that for you and find out all those details, but just be aware of that for now. We also have a crash along the top end eastbound right before New Northside Drive over on the right shoulder. You're going to have some lingering delays from 75. And if you are coming in from the south side, a big crash that had all lanes blocked on 75. It looks like has a majority of them back open. We do want to check in with Good Day's Mark Teichner, who is live right near that problem spot. Mark, good morning.
Good news. You might recall the last half hour, if you were watching, we watched as they reopened a couple of the lanes here on I-75. Now being told by DOT they've got a total of 3 of 5 lanes reopened heading northbound. Just to give you an idea, we're just south of Jonesboro Road in between Mount Zion Boulevard. That's where this traffic nightmare has been taking place all morning long. About 2:30 in the morning, all lanes closed on the interstate northbound as a result of this hole that popped up. They're describing it as a pothole, went all the way through the highway, as you can see. So they had to shut down all of those lanes, and that has caused a real traffic nightmare. The traffic, taking a look at the live traffic camera, going all the way back, the back up to Jodico Road. Now, they are encouraging folks, even though they've managed to get 3 lanes of 5 reopened, to possibly take 675. As you can imagine, 675 is kind of a mess. A lot of the surface streets are also a mess. People are trying to find a way around this, but the good news is they have made some progress. Again, they've got 3 lanes opened. They are working on that hole as we speak. They were hoping to get this thing wrapped up right about now, so hopefully it won't be too much longer before all of the lanes are reopened. But basically, the morning commute from the south side already a wreck as a result of this. We're going to stay on top of it, have another report for you coming up in a half hour, but for now, that is the latest from here in Clayton County. I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
Okay, Mark, thanks.
635. This is Bartow County 911. We had a call from our city about a male headed to the airport threatening to shoot up the airport.
You were just listening to newly released audio. It's from Bartow County Emergency Dispatch as they warned Atlanta authorities about the man who threatened to shoot up the world's busiest airport.
Yeah, this, as we learn, he's been hit with a new set of charges from the feds this time. Good Day's Lindsay Tuman joins us in studio with more on these new developments. Actually, she joins us from the Fox 5 newsroom. Lindsay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Buck and Alex. Yeah, those new charges, federal charges, include attempted violence at an airport, a weapons charge, and now he is waiting to face a federal judge. The Department of Justice says preventing this tragedy really boiled down to see something, say something, and urgent communication by law enforcement from that first warning.
Can you put out a bolo for me?
That's the phone call from emergency dispatchers in Bartow County that spurred quick action by law enforcement to stop what could have been a terrible tragedy at the world's busiest airport. According to the Department of Justice, Cagle was on a FaceTime call when he threatened to shoot up the airport. He allegedly said, "I'm at the airport and I'm going to go rat-a-tat-tat," then ended the call. That family member went to Cartersville police, warning Billy Joe Cagle had an AR-15 and wanted to use it.
This is Bartow County 911. We had a call from our city about a male headed to the airport threatening to shoot up the airport.
Atlanta police say when they got the information about Cagle, they didn't realize he was already at the airport. Within 20 minutes of the Cartersville Police Department's warning, officers found a man matching his description. Police say he seemed to be canvassing the terminal, spending most of the time looking at the TSA line. Police jumped into action, arresting him.
I felt that something shift. I felt that whatever he had in his mind that he was going to do, I was there to stop it.
To get that call, it made me stand up. It made me stand up and start taking notes. And again, I was internally panicking, like, oh, hurry up, let's get this information out. As you're getting it to Tawana, don't write it down. Just give it out right now.
Yeah, truly, such quick action by those law enforcement officers. Just outside the airport doors, they had found his truck with an AR-15 inside and 27 rounds of ammunition. Those federal charges, again, include attempted violence at an international airport, possession of a firearm by a felon, communicating threats. We're waiting to confirm exactly when he'll go before a federal judge. Of course, we'll keep you updated on that. Alex.
A lot of heroes in that situation, from the family to the first responders. Thank you, Lindsay. It's 8:07, and right now, Brookhaven police are looking into a hit-and-run accident that left a woman dead at a busy intersection. This happened yesterday, but the driver is now in custody. And Good Day's Mark Teichner explains how police made that quick arrest.
It's tragic, I guess is the best word to call it. It's tragic. A young woman is killed by a hit-and-run driver at the Brookhaven intersection of Claremont Road and Dresden Drive. And anytime you hear about someone young getting killed like that, it just breaks your heart. Brookhaven police say Tuesday afternoon, the 20-year-old victim and her boyfriend were in the crosswalk as they tried to get to the other side of the road. That's when a cement dump truck slammed into the woman and, according to police, kept going. Sadly, the woman died. Her boyfriend wasn't hit, but paramedics did rush him to the hospital. His condition isn't known. It didn't take long for police to find the driver, who they say was dropping his load like nothing had happened.
We were able to locate him up the street where he stopped. He knew he was involved in an accident. He somewhat made a mission to hit right.
George Walters works in the area and says he sees people driving dangerously all the time. Speeding, yes, dangerous driving, people crossing the street illegally. All of a sudden you look up and bam! Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
A court hearing for accused Appalachia High School shooter Colt Gray has been postponed. A status hearing was originally scheduled for today, but Gray's new attorney says that she needs more time to prepare after just receiving the case earlier this month. A new court date has not yet been set.
It's 8:09 now, and in Coweta County, opening arguments are expected to begin today in the Tiffany Foster murder case. Her former fiance, Reginald Robertson, is on trial for murder, kidnapping, and rape. Foster disappeared back in 2021, and so far her body hasn't been found. Last year, a judge declared the nursing student and mother of three legally dead. Also on trial is a former neighbor, Jeremy Walker, who's accused of helping Robertson conceal her death.
Governor Kemp has suspended the Towns County Sheriff for 60 days after a misconduct investigation. State officials have not revealed the conduct that led to Sheriff Kenneth Henderson's suspension. Last month, the Georgia Sheriff's Association asked for a review of how Henderson handled a police response in Hiawassee in December. Henderson has said criticism of that December incident is based on misinformation.
New this morning in Acworth, state officials give the green light to Wellstar Health to build a new hospital. According to the Marietta Daily Journal, the $1 billion hospital will sit on Cobb Parkway. The 230-bed facility aims to support Cobb, Paulding, Cherokee, and Bartow counties, which Wellstar says by 2030 are expected to gain another 25,000 residents. So a lot of people moving to the area. The hospital is expected to include 70 emergency department bays and 8 operating rooms, creating more than 1,500 healthcare-related jobs.
8:10.